Welcome to Auto Elysium. I'm Scott Anderson, and we're headed for the hills for the Hot Rod Hill Climb. But first, we gotta get the car packed. This year's Hot Rod Hill Climb was in Central City, Colorado. It was September 13th through the 15th, 2019. We arrived Friday the 13th. Spooky. When we arrived in Central City, this classic gold rush town, we found that the cities were lined with something better than gold. Between the car show and the pits was an eclectic little swap meet. This thing was actually really cool, full of fun and diverse stuff. And they also had a stage with a live band. It was a ton of fun.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
And then it was time to pit and check out all of those cool hot rods that would be running in tomorrow's hill climb. As evening approached, it was time to find dinner and drinks, and that's when we stumbled across the Teller House. The Teller House is a really cool restaurant from the 1870s with great food and a great history, and tonight they had live music. That evening we camped out, and I didn't shoot any video, mainly because it was dark and we didn't bring firewood. I'm not actually a camper, so I don't know how to do this. But we didn't bring firewood, and it got really cold, but we still had a ton of fun. But the mountains outside of Central City are absolutely gorgeous, and in my opinion, some of the world's best. So if you can spend the night in them, you should. Yesterday was a really cool day. We came, we checked out the car show, a lot of fun. Now we're at the hill climb itself. As you can see, we got a bunch of badass cars running behind us. This is a lot of fun. My first time at the hill climb, so I'm having a blast out here. Rods going on. Time for a beer. The Hot Rod Hill Climb is limited to 150 cars that are 1955 and older. They're really looking for cars that were kind of period modified or period correct. This is mainly going to be your flathead, your overhead valve cars, your bangers, overhead valve conversions, something like that. But these cars are all really cool and they really hit the essence of what Hot Rod is and how it got started. But limiting it to 150 cars makes me wonder who got left out. The hill climb was an absolute blast, right up until some bandits rolled into town and started some trouble.
God, that's the best thing I've heard all day right there. I'm gonna let him kick a little bit. No trouble here, Marshal. This guy decided to lay down and have a sleep.
I don't think he's asleep. I think you just killed him. I want you to give up your guns. Chicken Charlie, you ain't got it reviewed. You're going to jail now. Give up your guns.
You know what happened?
Central City really does seem like the perfect place for the Hot Rod Hill Climb. They've got big hills, they've got cool casinos, but even better, it's an old west gold rush town. And a lot of the history is still there. The buildings are there. It's just the coolest town. So remember I told you there was some history at the Teller House? Let's go for a quick tour and learn a little more history. Teller House has a room that was built for President Grant. And he went, he saw it, he didn't like it, so he left. And they just preserved it for all of these years. So they have a room designed for a president who never slept in it.
And yeah, he got here and was like, I don't like this place. So he got back on his wagon.
And is this original?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
The Hot Rod Hill Climb has been a ton of fun. We've got lots of insanely cool hot rods running up a hill. You get to hear them, you get to feel the vibration coming off of them. It is an amazing thing to see. Plus, we've got lots of good food, cool people, beer that I can walk around the streets with. It's fantastic. What else do you want? And plus, we're up in the Colorado Rockies, which is some of the coolest scenery around, and kind of an old-timey, Old West city. What else can you want for a weekend off? So thanks for watching this episode of Auto Elysium, and we'll see you on the next one.